Welcome, friends. Welcome to today's Reconsider It live stream. Best live stream you're gonna see all day. And here on this live stream, you are going to get a very nice hour of improvised live looping, all vocals. Everything you're hearing now is all vocals. We have got the foundations of a beat. We're going to be building upon this foundation of a beat. Building in some more vocals only layers, probably bringing in the synth at some point as well. We might even talk about stuff It's called Tinker Time. My regulars know what it is. Speaking of my regulars, with us we have got Escape Limitation, plus the mighty Crazy Marquee. If you are new to the Reconsider It live streams, welcome! You made the right decision joining us. We want you here. We are currently in a warm-up phase. We are just getting comfortable to this foundation of a beat, upon which we shall build. Here in this warm-up phase, my friends, I need to celebrate. Thank you for being here. Whether you are here with us live in the chat, whether you are here with us live but you are not in the chat, whether you are here with us after the live, you are with us on replay. However it is that you are here with us, thank you for being here. I am going to celebrate you at this time in this way. I have got my drink. I am going to count to 3, and I am going to clink. You are invited to join the rest of us as we cheers along and celebrate our togetherfulness. Friends, it begins on 1, 2. Cheers, my friend. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love doing this with you. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Please share this video. Please leave a comment. friends, we have got a tinker stream on our hands. This is really good. Look at this quite hilarious and brilliant idea that Escape Limitations has suggested. A giant gong. That would go well with my gigantic reverb motif. A huge gong. Let's join us. Friends, insofar as, to the degree that this is indeed a tinker stream, I'm going to start building up this beat a bit, and I will begin with the percussion. Gimme a P. Gimme an R. Gimme an O. Gimme a B. Gimme a E. Gimme a S. V. Electronic composer. Oh. Oh. Oh, right. Oh. Oh. Right. Oh, right. Oh. Oh. Right. Oh. Oh. Right. Oh. Right. I am just now remembering to update you. My regulars who know that I do a couple different types of streams. In the modern day, there are two that are taking up the most amount of stream time. One's like this, Tinker Time, where I make loops and we like play around and just sort of get into it and, you know, feel the different angles of experiencing the song. Bring in the synth as well. Hang out, really, talk about stuff. Connect with everybody else who you like hanging out with in the chat. I am honored by this comment by the electronic composer. Oh, right. I was in the middle of saying stuff. We got the Tinker streams like this one, where we make the loops and hang out and talk. We also got the other kind of streams. The ones that are mixing, hanging out in a DAW for a couple hours, mixing and arranging a song, using these loops. And we just finished up a song in the DAW streams, which is coming along pretty well. Seems to be something like about 3 streams to make a song. And I like having a break between the streams, by the way. When I come back, it gives me like a fresh take on the song, which allows me to accept things that I had been obsessing over in a perfectionist kind of way. I finish the stream, I put it down, I don't think about it for a day or two, come back and do another stream. This is like on the live. This is the first time I'm hearing it since, you know, since the last time we had a live about this. And I can listen to it with fresh ears and be like, oh, this is totally fine. What was I worried about? Or the opposite. If there's some other thing that I was like, oh, this is so dope, this is the greatest thing ever, I listen to it later and I'm like, this is way too complicated. You know, for the casual listener who wants to just sort of not really be all that into anything, they're just sort of passing by, they wouldn't be able to enjoy this. You have to like sit there and think about this. This is not... That's a tendency of mine, by the way. In lyrics, in songwriting, in a lot of areas. That I tend to have this approach where what I create the listener or the audience, the consumer, let's say, gets more out of it if they sit there and think about it a lot. They try to figure it out a bit. Then they unlock more. That tends to be an ongoing theme in what I create. There we go. So that's a tendency of mine that I have to combat and overcome. It shouldn't be the audience member's responsibility to decipher what I'm expressing. It's okay if, you know, the thinker who's listening and the thinker who like carefully analyzes and thinks deeply and seeks symbolism and all this, it's true that that person will get more. That's a fact. But it shouldn't be required. There should be some element that is still accessible to someone who's, you know, first exposure. They're not necessarily putting all that much dedication or energy into it. Should still somehow captivate them. Multidimensionality. A topic I love talking about. Multidimensionality. The idea that many different organizations may be simultaneously co-present in the same space and time. Many different ways to view and understand things, many different ways of prioritizing resources and such can simultaneously coexist without conflict. Multidimensionality. The example here was just in my creative works. I have at least a few dimensions. The dimension that is accessible and alluring for the casual passerby. Now, I shouldn't say I achieve this. Like, this is what I aim for. So, casual passerby who's not putting much time into it. How about also another dimension, which is for the person who is familiar with my style and is into it and is like getting some kind of new little experimentation, some kind of payoff for continuing to listen. And then another dimension, which is for that very thoughtful person who's like always digging in, and is there always some additional layer to perceive and appreciate. So a few different elements to my approach to creativity, at least on a conscious level. You know, what about everything else? There's also an element of like expression. I'm expressing something, whether emotionally or intellectually or spiritually. So that's a dimension as well, or probably multiple dimensions. I still haven't said the thing I've been building up to, which is just like, recently I finished the song on the DAW streams. That was yesterday. So because of that, you can look forward to a new, to that particular song being released as a music video probably next week for those of us who are joining live or shortly after the live. Right now it's, as we record this, it's May 17th, 2026, Sunday, May 17th, 2026. So it won't be, it'll be like 8 days from now, a Monday from now, a week from now on Monday, which I guess will be what, May 25th, Monday, May 25th. And by the way, tomorrow, May 18th, Monday, May 18th, there will be a different music video released for the previous song that I finished in the DAWs. I'd like to at least, this is my goal, my personal goal is I'd like to have at least one DAW song finished per week, including music video. I don't know if that's a tenable pace. We'll see if that's sustainable. But here's also what that means. We're doing a Tinker stream right now because we just finished a song in the previous couple of DAW streams. The previous 3 DAW streams. Because we finished a DAW stream, now do a Tinker stream. So we're doing a Tinker stream right now. But the next stream is going to be another DAW stream. And we're going to start a new song. I don't know what it's going to be. The beat. It'll be something from the past, I don't know, I guess a year or so of Tinker streams. I have about 20-ish, maybe 22 or something. I have about 20 beats that I have set aside for using either in a DAW stream or doing a DAW list arrangement or using in a rap or something. About 20-ish beats. So I'll be picking from that pool of beats for the next live stream, which will be likely this coming Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, May 19th. Lots of content all the time. Please subscribe. It appears as though there's some kind of lag here on the instrument's camera, the loopers and the Hydrasynth. I'm not sure what that's about. Looks like that did not solve the problem. There is definitely still a lag there. That's unfortunate. I experienced a lag the other day in one of my DAW streams as well. Which is unfortunate. Now, believe it or not, I am making the opposite of... I'm making the total amateur move. In terms of my setup here. Which actually makes it slightly more likely that there will be these kinds of... I don't know. What is this, sluggishness? Is that what you call that? So, when I do eventually begin to explore things like a studio redesign, like a real ground-up redesign, this specific technical noob thing that I'm doing, I already know needs a solution. So that's fine. Escape limitation says he's got a Hydrasynth also. And loves it, but sending it in for some repairs. Going back to the topic of the DAW streams and how I just finished up a new song just yesterday in 3 DAW streams, 3 sessions. I'm really pleased that this wound up working, that I could stream these DAW sessions, because it was a very natural progression, a very natural next step. I make all these beats. I was making like, I don't know what the estimates were. Something like 30 beats a month or something, because I had so many Tinker Time streams. Maybe not 30, what was it more? If I estimate 3 Tinker streams a week, PS, it was really more like 4 or 5. But let's say 3. Over 4 weeks, was that 12 beats? So realistically, I was making 10 to 15, leaning more toward 15, because it was more like 4 or 5 Tinker streams a week. So it's like 15 beats a month, but I wasn't doing anything with them. And I had ideas on what to do, but the fact that I kept doing the Tinker streams interfered with my music time to do anything else. So I was like just live streaming and not doing anything at all outside of the streams. Which again, as my regulars know, I always say, that was an intentional design goal of getting into live streaming. Something where I could have a product that needed no preparation and no follow-up. And that's what Tinker Time streams are. No prep, no follow-up needed. But I still wanted to do something with all the beats that I made on the Tinker streams. And yet I didn't have time outside of streaming. And so being able to stream DAW sessions is a very elegant solution. And they're very different content. So it's interesting how it opens up to new audience. Because there's one, let's say, audience who is very interested in these Tinker streams. And that might be you, because you're here on this Tinker stream. And this audience likes the creation of the beat. There's a lot more talking that happens on a Tinker stream. A lot, like significantly more talking. It's much more of a hangout vibe on the Tinker streams. And there's a different audience who likes the DAW content, who want to hang out and see the, my process of mixing. How am I using the DAW? What is my approach to arranging? That one also has a hangout vibe, but I tend to be a lot more focused in the DAW sessions. I tend to be a lot more focused on the music creation process. I do talk, but it's significantly less than the Tinker streams. So it's cool to have these 2 different types of streams for 2 different audiences. And then of course there's folks like yourself who enjoy both. So everybody wins, really. I've teased or toyed with the idea of even opening up my stream content even further to include not just this live looping where I make beats and the DAW sessions where I mix the beats, but to go even further, go even beyond music and stream video games. At this time, I have no intention of doing that. No intention. But I have toyed with the idea. So it's not totally off the table. There's absolutely no timeline whatsoever on that, or even intention to do it ever. But I do toy with streaming content, with channel content more generally. So you can expect to see a continued exploration of different content, streaming and otherwise. You can expect that. Just as I recently introduced the DAW streams and had previously not had anything like that, if you rewind, 3 months, or maybe, I don't know, some number of months like that, just a couple months ago, you would have had no idea that DAW streams were coming. Similarly, I don't know exactly what other kind of additional streaming content might be coming. I do still want to include more instrumental streams. I know that that's another thing that there's an audience specifically for that one too. The unspoken streams, where there's no talking at all. It's just loopers and synthesizer. I might talk with you in the chat. I'll be actively, here and participating in the stream with you. But there's just no verbal, I don't say any words on the mic. It's all instrumental. So I haven't done unspoken streams in a long time, actually. And I always say like, oh, I gotta do those. But then I just have so many new things, like the DAW streams now. And again, the DAW streams were an elegant solution for needing more music time to do things other than live stream, to do things other than tinker time and make beats. I needed a way to do something with the beats. Okay, well, I'll stream myself doing something with the beats. So it worked out really well. And the DAW streams are generally pretty well attended as well, which I'm very happy to see. I wasn't sure whether they were something I would do for a long time, but they're very productive for me on my end, and it seems to be a decent number of people come through every time and hang out. Another thing I noticed about the DAW sessions, the chat content is often highly technical, which is interesting. I like having a lot of technical know-how if I'm sitting there doing all this music production. So it really is like it's kind of a different experience being in the DAW sessions as opposed to Tinker Time streams. I find that very interesting myself. Warheart suggests another thing I could do with some of my beats. If I continue to make beats at a rate faster than I use them, which is the case, I could put some material in some kind of music library and license it. I mean, I would. I have had people ask me for that, and I just don't know how to do it. I have no idea what that entails. So maybe, is that something I should do, perhaps? I don't know. But speaking of licensing, I'm going to have a brief rant here once again. My regulars know that about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, actually, oh no, it's Sunday right now. So it was about 2 weeks ago. I came on a stream and I was like, I talked about how I received a copyright violation complaint, an automated one to be clear, on Facebook because I had uploaded a video, one of my videos, and I got a complaint from Sony Music Entertainment, and I was like, all right, so they're saying that there's some kind of copyright on my bit, like of all artists, my music. it's me going like do 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 in a looper. That's all my music is. There's zero copyright infringement. Anyway, so I put a I forget what they call it, but like you challenge it effectively. I forget what there's a specific word they use for it. You have to click a specific button to do this action, but effectively you're just challenging the claim. You're like, what? This isn't true. There's no violation at all. So anyway, I did that 2 weeks ago. And then about a week went by and I got no updates. But then a week ago, so from 2 weeks ago, a week went by. Now a week ago, I got a notification that said it was resolved in my favor. They went and looked at it and they said, oh yeah, no violation here. Don't worry about it. That's my ad-libbing, by the way. The notification just said that it was revoked or whatever. That the claim was repealed or whatever it was. Again, I don't know their exact terminology. So I was pretty happy. And about a week ago, I came on here on a stream. And I announced the good news. I'm like, yes! This video that I had uploaded and I scheduled for release on Facebook and Instagram, the video that got a copyright violation infringement notice, it was cleared and it was acknowledged that there never was a violation. Oh, I was so vindicated. Yes. Well, 2 days ago, I got the same thing happen again. Because the video, as I say, it was scheduled, and it was scheduled for 2 days ago, Friday, May 15th. And I got notifications that it was the same thing, the exact same thing, from Sony Music Entertainment again, saying that it was the same video, the same complaint, everything. I didn't double check that it was the same parts of the video, because they do say that. They say like from this timestamp to this timestamp. I didn't double check that it was the same timestamps, but presumably it was. Anyway, so I once again did the appeal or whatever the term is. And this time, I hope I sounded okay. I hope I didn't have the wrong tone. I hope I had a good tone with it. But I tried to say, like, this was just cleared a week ago. I didn't say, so therefore it should be cleared again. I didn't say that part. But I did say this exact complaint was just cleared a week ago. And then I went through the same spiel. I'm like, this was all original. It's even documented on YouTube, on live streams. You can see the whole process. The only thing you can't see is the kick drums. The kick drums and the bass line. I guess there's a couple pieces you don't see on the stream, on the Tinker stream. But you see most of it. And then you see me in the DAW streams mixing it. It's like, it's all original. So, and the video itself, the visuals, those are licensed by Pixabay. And I put that in there too. I was like, I assume you're talking about the audio since this is Sony Music Entertainment. But just in case you're talking about the visuals, I got this from Pixabay. One thing I'm doing now in response to this is any new videos I upload, I'm putting a copyright line in the description that just says, this audio is all original. The video comes from wherever it comes from. So that's now going to be a standard thing for all my videos moving forward on Facebook and Instagram. It already is like that on YouTube. I already put that in the description. That, visuals come from wherever they come from and so on. Warheart says AI can't tell what's what for these like automated copyright complaints. It does seem to be what it is. It's automated. It says it explicitly. This is an automated complaint. I don't know if it I don't recall if it said this was an automated complaint and therefore may be an error. It may or may not have said any little additional bit like that, but I don't know if it did. By the way, I'm happy to report this sleeve of saltines has some pretty well salted saltines. They're not always. AI is just going to get better and better. To me, that seems so obvious. AI is like, you know, if you go back to the 80s, or I don't know exactly when this would have been, but when did people first start having email addresses? Was that back in the 80s? And people were like, email? It was back when Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain technology, when that stuff suddenly became, you know, well known, people were predicting that blockchain would be the next big thing, like email or the internet, just the next huge technology that completely overtakes every part of our lives. Blockchain technology does seem to have that potential, but we don't seem to observe that in practice at this time. But AI is that. AI is taking over everything everywhere, and it's just going to get doper and doper. Just like the email technology and the internet itself has just gotten better and better and better and better and better. The reason I brought up the blockchain technology is that when that was suddenly a thing, however many years ago, 5 years ago or whatever, there were all sorts of videos going around about, hey, well, look at how people responded when they first saw email. And there's this classic news, I don't know, two news anchors and some I don't know, engineer, I don't know exactly who it was. But he's like, yes, there's this thing called email. And these TV show hosts are like making fun of him almost. They're like, email, where do you send it? What do you need? Do you need another mailbox or something? Ha 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 ha. Now you look back on it, those people look like Neanderthals. And AI is that, I feel. AI is just going to get better and better and better, even if right now there are elements to AI that seem clunky to us. Even AI just a year ago, compared to AI now, is so much better. Is so much better. The hallucinations are so much fewer and farther between. The way people code is different. Developers using vibe coding, developers using Claude AI to write their code. Claude gives them something to start with, and they got to go, adjust some things, of course. But it allows so much more development at such a faster pace. Everything about AI is being deeply integrated everywhere. And while we can't... AI... There's like a hallucination that people are having about AI. AI is not a technology that we can use to just automate everything forever. Like, it's not that. But it's also not claiming to be that. So people are like, oh, AI has problems. It's like, right. It's not It's not going to be the one thing. It's going to be integrated, or we're going to be integrated with it. But AI is just as I say, the main purpose of these LLMs, the large language models, that's just like a UI. That's the main benefit of that kind of AI. It allows for the human technology interface to be natural human language. That's the big benefit of these large language models. As search engines, as general purpose assistants, yeah, they're cool there too, but they can hallucinate, etc. So the human technology interface being natural human language, that's like the primary main benefit for the world at large. For the average random person, wherever you are, now all humans on Earth effectively are blessed with this AI tool that can just understand what you mean when you talk to it. That's the biggest revolutionary thing for large language models for AI, ChatGPT and so on. But aside from that, then there's the generative AI aspect. Aside from the UI, the human user interface, then there's the generative AI aspect. That's the part that people are like, it's not going to be the automated solution to solve absolutely every single problem forever. Oh, no, throw it out. It's like, whoa, hold on, don't throw it out. AI is awesome. Generative AI is awesome. It's unbelievable how awesome it is. It's hard for me to imagine how, I'm going to be very, I don't know, maybe ignorant for a second, but it's hard for me to imagine how strongly some people seem to feel in opposition to AI. I do get the sense of hey, this hallucinates more than it's useful. I can't trust it. For some things, yes, that's true. It's not something you can fully automate for everything. So yes, I get that complaint. I also get the complaint of AI replacing some types of work, some types of writing, copywriter, or some kind of article, some sort of writing, some sort of image creation, graphic design. I get that complaint too. So there are complaints that I understand in opposition to AI, but the whole dramatic, I hate AI and that's my character and you're never going to hear me say anything else, that's where I'm like, where is this coming from? Why do you hate it that much? I think it's awesome. I think AI is maybe one of the coolest things that has been invented during my lifetime. AI is amazing. As a general purpose assistant, it's not even that if you go back 5 years and tell me from 5 years ago, hey, there's going to be this, you're going to have basically a robot with you at all times, on your phone, on some internet connected computer, and it can do anything you want as long as it's conversational. It can get you any kind of thing. It can make you a form that you use for some kind of automated something or other. It can generate code. It can make visuals. If you told me that 5 years ago, I'd be like, come on, no way. It's not just that. It's also if you tell me today, I still kind of don't believe how much power is in my hands with AI. It's incredible. So I'm just blown away by its benefits. I guess maybe I'm on the more forgiving side of its shortcomings, because its shortcomings get addressed very quickly. As a generative tool, AI is a means of generating options for a human to choose from. That's how it's best utilized and best understood. Generative AI creates options for a human to select from. We don't want to automate everything to AI, but to give you a menu, that's way better. That's a way better use. Think of it as external imagination. Maybe you call AI EI. Because to be perfectly blunt, and without trying to be judgmental, I don't mean this in a bad way, but not everybody is imaginative. You know, not everybody's good at sports. Not everybody is good at, like, social networking. Not everybody's good at business. Not everybody is good at imagining things. It's a human trait that not everybody develops equally. Usually it tends to be creative people who develop the skill of imagination. But, you know, anybody could for any number of purposes because imagination is great. But for those of us who have a highly developed imagination, you might look at AI and be like, oh, what is that? And you just have like all of this frustration to express. But for all of the people who, like, they just don't really use their imagination that much. Again, I'm not trying to make that pejorative in any way. I'm just saying it's a skill that not all humans have in common. Not all humans develop in common. So for those of us, which is frankly the majority of the human species, for those of us who don't have very highly developed levels of imagination, AI is a technology to round that out. In general, if no one ever told you this, in general, all forms of technology are there to compensate for what you don't, for all of the things that you can't do yourself. Like everything that you don't need a machine for, you need a machine for. I don't need a machine to do this, that, and the other thing. I'll do it myself. Cool. What about the rest of the 99.99999% of, like, the human experience? There's so little that you're capable of doing. There's just so precious little that you can actually do on your own with no assistance of any kind. But then for everything else, you need a lot of assistance. Technology is one way to provide external support for the things that you can't do on your own. That is what technology is. Technology of all kinds. A car, a plane, the internet, AI, my loopers here. I can't beatbox 10 layers at once and put effects on them. I need a piece of technology for that. My camera, all the live streaming equipment, this window, a house. These are all external constructions that are there to provide something. Each piece of technology does a different thing, serves a different purpose, provides a different function. I forget how I got on that topic, but I think it was probably related to AI somehow. AI is just another iteration of that. It's there to compensate. Oh, imagination, that's what we're talking about. AI compensates for anything short of superhuman imagination. Electronic Composer says there is no rhyme or reason to the YouTube algorithm. There probably is. There's something. Even if it's very concealed to us content creators. We don't really know what's going to get more views and what's not. Over time, you can develop guesses. You can develop guesses and try to practice hearsay. But it changes so quickly, nobody ever really knows what the algorithm does. And the truth is, it could be doing things that no one, like literally no one, even the people at YouTube don't know. I don't know how they do their algorithms, but if it's AI-based, Nobody even really knows how AI works. It just somehow does. We know things about like how it codes probabilities into billions of variables, like we know that stuff, but it's still mysterious the way it makes decisions and processes and such. Electronic Composer says, would you like some salmon with your saltines? That would be pretty dope. Some thinly sliced salmon. That could be pretty hot. I'd be on board with some of that. I like salmon. I'm a big salmon person. I wasn't always. I started eating salmon about 10 years ago. Maybe a little longer than that. I was coming off of being vegetarian, and so I was just trying a bunch of stuff. Vegetarian and vegan, actually. For over 15 years. Probably more like 16, 17, 18, I don't know exactly. But for over 15 years, I was vegetarian / vegan. Vegan for most of it. Vegetarian on the fringes when I was either onboarding or offboarding. But I tried salmon when I was offboarding of vegetarianism. Which, by the way, for me, vegetarianism was totally the wrong move. I believe that it deprived my body of nutrients. And now I am not claiming that it's impossible to have a healthy vegetarian diet. I know for sure that it is. I've known a lot of people who are like very serious about their vegan / vegetarian diet. They know how to, balance their diet and all this. So I'm not claiming that it's impossible. I'm just saying that for me, I need animal protein. My body requires it. When I started eating animal protein, some of my health issues started going away. I'm still discovering new things like that. So anyway, all this is to say, salmon is one of the things that I started incorporating into my diet, and I continue to like. I like sushi a lot. I'm a sushi person in general. And so salmon is one of the... I don't always get it every time I get sushi, but it's, it's a staple. You're getting sushi? Okay, maybe I'll get a salmon roll and maybe something else. I also like veggie tempura if I'm getting sushi. That one's purely vegetarian, but it's dope. Warheart says, why hasn't AI yet made the cure for cancer? Or more generally, the cure for insert challenging plague here, whether it's medical or otherwise. I imagine that, we don't know for sure whether AI is going to deliver on this, but I imagine that AI brings us way closer. Because as I was saying earlier, the purpose of generative AI is to provide options for a human to choose from. So that's why it has the potential to speed up research. Whereas humans might, whatever few people make it into an academic research setting where they can explore cures to things. All right, we got these, 200 people total. It's like, okay, only those 200 people have any chance at all of coming up with any ideas. If there's anyone else on the planet who has ideas, doesn't matter. It's as if they don't have those. So that alone reduces the set of possible ideas to even explore. But AI will now shatter that. Because even if we're still in a model where there's only 200 people that get into this field to explore this cure, those 200 people are no longer limited by their own ideas. That's the big thing about AI in the context of research. Because they can talk with some AI. These days they would probably be using Claude. Claude AI is the one that's, used by academia and research and such. I don't know how, but somehow Claude supposedly is trained to have significant reduction in hallucinations. It's for engineering and technical things. So people doing research like this, they probably would be using Claude or maybe some other more specialized AI. And it would be granting them more ideas to explore. And the AI itself may or may not give them like a simulated assessment. Hey, go try this, and look, I have assessed through my AI that it's going to work. AI may or may not deliver on that. But now all of these researchers who are in the position of power of doing the research, these few and rare humans, now they have way more options of what to explore. And the AI can give some guesses. It can give some theories and hypotheses as well that may supersede what the human researchers would have done. May or may not. But just by virtue of having more ideas, that's why I say the AI indeed brings us closer to unprecedented cures where it's possible to have those things. See what Warheart says here. This is not too far. This is not too far from what I was trying to say earlier. Like, no human can do everything. Every area of expertise. I mean, it's weird to me that what I'm about to say is not obvious. But it seems to be the case that this is not obvious for many people. At least in American culture. That's all I'm making a claim about. Nothing beyond the scope of just American culture. I'm not making a claim about individuals. I'm not making a claim about other cultures. But for many in American culture, it seems to be not obvious that they're not masterful at every domain. Like, you don't know everything about everything. That seems pretty obvious to me, but doesn't seem to be something you can safely assume. But yeah, I agree. Not everybody will learn or master everything, and AI helps compensate, significantly helps compensate for that. I'm getting caught up on the chat here. There's a lot of chat. Vicio says, I also like salmon. Dude, it's awesome. Salmon's great. There's so many different good ways to make salmon also. Salmon raw is good. If you bake salmon, it's good. I'm going to turn into like, you know, what's that Forrest Gump where he's talking about shrimp for like a lot of different ways to make shrimp. I like salmon. Salmon's really, really good. I one time caught some salmon. I caught like 2 or 3 or maybe 4. Oh no, it was 3. It was 3, I believe. 3 fish. Like, I went on a little boating trip to catch some fish. And the people I was with, we caught a ton of fish. I got 3. One of the ones I got, though, was technically not a salmon. It was some kind of like exotic trout. And the people we were with, we got taken by like these boating experts who were able to advise us on how to fish most effectively and everything. I am no pro fisher, you know. But anyway, these guys who not only know the specific waters that we went to, but they also are just generally fishing people. Anyway, they looked at the trout that I got that looked just like a salmon, but it had a couple of different markings and a slightly different shape or something. And they were like, whoa, this is so rare. I can't believe you got this. This is So apparently I got some very rare exotic thing that they mistook for a salmon, but actually was a rarer type of trout. At least in this specific area I went. Rare in that area. Oh, man. I see with us we got Trusto! Which is really good. I like that. Electronic Composer says he is on board with sushi. Man, it's good. I have had some sushi I didn't like, of course, but I am down. There's a lot of fish I don't eat. I don't eat shellfish. But I've had, one of the types of sushis I like to get when I go around here. There's a place around here that I like to go. They have a fire roll, and fire roll is not unique to this place, but their like little unique spin on it. They give you, it's a salmon roll, and it's like a complicated roll. It's not like just a simple little maki, I think they call it. I don't speak Japanese, by the way. I don't know what these words mean. But the fire roll they make around here, sushi, salmon, and it's also got some type of caviar. I presume it's salmon caviar. And it's got some kind of like spicy Johns in it. It might even have sriracha as part of it. But it's pretty elaborate. And it's dope. Once in a while I get it and I'm just like, oh, this is good even for them. Man, this is so dope. Sushi can be really elaborate. That's a pretty good word for it. Warheart says, allegedly AI can be useful in medicine, but we're wasting our time on, what the general public laughs at. I don't know. I think that's probably part of just inevitably learning how to properly integrate AI into humanity. I'm not arguing that it should be distributed like this, where people are wasting time and energy on cat videos. I'm not arguing in favor of that. I'm just saying it's so new that we're still figuring out how to use it right, including how to apportion its resources properly. That's all just, we're still learning all of that. But AI is useful in medicine for two reasons. One that I brought up earlier, that in the case of research, like medicine research for coming up with cures and things, AI provides more imagination than what any given researcher might have applied. Any given researcher, here's 3 or 4 ideas that we could explore. AI comes along, it's like, how about 30 or 40 ideas? So it's useful in medicine in that way. It's also useful in the context of care, healthcare, not necessarily medicine research, but just like day-to-day healthcare of patients. It's also useful in that context, AI, because once again, it can provide additional possible diagnoses that any given clinician may or may not have thought of. It can identify possible matches. Oh, this kind of looks like this other, really rare case that people misdiagnosed for 15 years and then that patient suffered a lot. It looks like that. Oh, let's save this patient 15 years. What it really was blah. AI can help in those ways too. So both in the research and in the day-to-day care. I'm a fan of AI. You're not really going to hear me saying bad things about AI. To me, it's such a clear, huge win. I'm not saying that there exist no downsides. I'm saying that once you weigh all of the considerations, it's still a gigantic win. It's so huge of a win. It's I can't even imagine, in just a couple years, the places that humanity is going to go, even because the average layperson is now empowered so much like so far beyond what just the internet gave the average layperson. I see with us we got Aaron. Yes, that's good. I'm still getting caught up on the chat from Mad Forever ago. Electronic Composer says beluga caviar. Beluga? I thought beluga was a whale. Maybe there's a different type of fish, though, that's just beluga. I don't think I've ever eaten whale. I've eaten octopus and eel and stuff like that. Thomas says, what are these things in English? I don't know. I do not speak French. But you know what does? Some AI. That'll help you. Thomas says, I want to try some caviar. I mean, depending on what you eat it with, it can be good. Thomas also says, come out to Jervis. Yeah, once again, if you are new to our community and you're not familiar with Get Jervis, it's another great channel to follow. He does a couple streams every week, including Sundays. He does a bunch of synth stuff and a hangout. He does a mad hangout just like I'm doing right now. So he has a cool vibe. Jervis is a very worthy follow. Electronic Composer, like this right here is pretty much hitting the nail on the head of what Tinker Time is all about. Some kind of, complicated cutting edge thing, AI today. Also food, some salmon. P.S. We're looping, yes. Yeah, I was just thinking a couple minutes ago, this is like an almost ideal Tinker Time. It didn't get quite as far into philosophy as I like to get. But it was certainly, something that people are having opinions about, that is to say AI. And again, just to be very clear about my position, I'm such a fan of AI. I am such a fan. Aaron says, supposedly sturgeon caviar is the best. I am not knowledgeable about that. So I'm happy to just trust that or take it under advisement. I don't know that I've ever eaten sturgeon. Probes affirms that or confirms that. Probes says in particular from the Caspian Sea. I don't like seafood in general. I'm not much of a seafood person in general, but for the types of fish that are more meaty, like salmon or tuna, I like tuna as well. I think yellowtail is like a type of tuna. I do like the stuff I like when it comes to fish. I like seaweed as well. You ever had seaweed, like dried seaweed that you get as like a snack? Dried, crispy seaweed. I'm a very big fan of that. And I like sushi in that regard as well because it's the seaweed. We got some more discussion around caviar and sturgeon going on. Thomas says he really likes tuna. I mean, there's a lot to like in tuna. It's straightforward. It's not like a subtle, delicate thing. You could just like give me a chunk of tuna. It works well in sushi. It works well if you want to cook it and treat it like a piece of meat. You want to treat it like a piece of chicken or something. Tuna works well like that too. Salmon almost works like that. Tuna is firmer. It's like denser. Salmon is a little lighter. But salmon still mostly works like that. You ever eaten shark? I ate shark once. I got some shark from the store and just like fried it up. We got a lot of good seafood related chats going on right now. I'm still getting caught up. I love how active our chats get. Aaron elaborates a little bit regarding sturgeon. It's a freshwater fish. I'm curious now. I guess do they make sturgeon sushi? I suppose there must be, you know. Whoa, Probes is coming through with the mad sophisticated cuisine here. I don't even know what this word is. Caviar on blinis? Is that what that is? On blinis? With a champagne or vodka. Wow. I don't know if I've ever had something so sophisticated. Electronic Composer says you could try this thing called monkfish. Similar to lobster, but not lobster. I never had lobster. I'm not interested in lobster. Or shrimp. One time I accidentally ate shrimp and I was like, what is this? And then I realized that like they got my order wrong at the restaurant and they gave me some kind of shrimp curry instead of a chicken curry. I think it was it might have been a vegetable roll that had shrimp in it. Anyway. Aaron says, here's some fish I like. Catfish, trout, halibut, haddock, pollock. I don't like the white fish. Isn't that what pollock is? The like really thin, white, fishy fish? I don't like that far. Warheart adds a few more. Dope. I kind of want some salmon. I wonder if maybe I'll go to the store and get some grocery store sushi, which is not bad. You know, grocery store sushi is definitely not the best sushi by any means. Like no one is claiming that. But is it all right? Yes. Yes. If you get a good place, not every place is good. But the place I'd be going today if I went, man, I might be making up my mind right now here on the stream that after the stream I'm just gonna go get some salmon, some sushi. They got they make a good just salmon avocado or a salmon avocado cream cheese. Either of those I like. That's a good like staple salmon roll. I like also throwing other simple things in there, cucumber or carrots or something. You ever made sushi? I used to make sushi. When I say used to, I don't mean like professionally. There was just a period where I made sushi a bunch. At the time I was still vegetarian, so I was making simple sushis with avocado, carrots, cucumber. I also made fruit sushi, so like with strawberries and mango and things like that. And it was awesome. Fruit sushi was great. Aaron says smoked salmon is good. Yes, it is. Smoked salmon, baked salmon, roasted salmon, raw salmon. Have I had fried salmon? I probably have. Probe says you can get salmon eggs as caviar. I guess I didn't realize caviar excluded salmon eggs. I thought caviar just meant like generally fish eggs of some kind or another. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's more restrictive than that. Warheart says, if I'm gonna have fish, I'm gonna cook it. That is a not uncommon sentiment. Oh, is Afterlife here? I see Myologify is making a comment to Afterlife. Is Afterlife here? And I didn't notice. I'm checking back through the chats. Oh, I didn't see him. Oh, Probes is clarifying. Okay. Thank you, Probes. I have heard this other word before. Probe says the word roe is what you would use for just fish eggs in general, not caviar. Caviar means specifically sturgeon. Oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Roe I have heard, but I had no grasp at all that caviar was a specific species. Oh man, Electronic Composer is getting me really excited here. I think my mind is made up, friends. I am going to go get some sushi after this. I could use some food anyway. I haven't eaten a lot today. I had only a little bit. And I have to do some work, so I should make sure I have a good meal at this point. And to be perfectly blunt with you, all this discussion around salmon and sushi, and I would like to go get some salmon sushi. I might get it with cream cheese. That's a little indulgent. So I may or may not go quite that far. But I'd probably just go grab some salmon avocado. Friends. Friends. What an amazing Tinker stream we have had today. We got this dope beat that I may or may not wind up using in a DAW session someday. We got a lot of fun hangout time and discussion around, seemed like a lot of sushi discussion. Also a good amount of AI discussion today. Thank you for being here. It's so much better with you here. At this time, my friends, I am going to lead us in our closing rituals, our closing cheers. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so good. You're going to feel so togetherful. You're going to feel part of this whole community. Friends, it comes so fast. This is what happens. On three, my friends, we are going to cheers and feel so togetherful. A one, a two, and clink. Cheers, my friends. man, that's really good. That's good. That's good. All the goodness and the good. It's just really good. Oh, that's good. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Please share this video. Please leave a comment. Thank you for being here today. I hope to see you again on the next live stream. My regulars know we get together on a regular basis. We got different kinds of streams. Sometimes it's like this stream today, where you got me making some beats and hanging out and talking and using the synth, and man, it's fun. Making beats. Other times, other streams, we're in the mixing studio, we're mixing a beat, we're mixing a song. We take the beats from the loopers and make a song out of it. Whatever kind of live stream it is, my friends, it's always a good time hanging out with you. We want you here. My regulars know we get together on a regular basis, regular scheduled times each week. In the upper right corner of the screen, the regular scheduled times each week, Eastern U.S. time zone, every Sunday at 1 p.m., every Tuesday at 9 p.m. You can put those in your calendar. Join us for these scheduled stream sessions. And my regulars know that we do a bunch more streams beyond just those. We usually do another 2 or 3 streams every week. It could be any day, any time. Enable notifications now so that you can join us for those unscheduled streams. And until then, my friends, please have a very good rest of your day today. Please allow the rest of your day today to bring you all manner of goodness and blessing today. Please allow yourself to receive miraculous healing today that exceeds and defies everything you thought and expect today. Please allow your horizons to be expanded today.